What's up, cousins? It's DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. I need you guys to come in, join the discussion, become a subscriber if you are not already, and make sure your notification bells are on so that you don't miss a thing. Welcome back, cousins. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the family, period. Okay, we are here to talk about Belle Collective, so come on into the room. Y'all already know this is the cookout, child. We are here to talk about these damn bells, okay? So come in, hang out, have fun, drop your city, your state, your country, your island, your territory, wherever you are from. Also drop that side dish, baby. I can't be the only one in here cooking, okay? I need the cousins to let me know. I saw someone brought some potato. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Some creamy potato salad. Some potato salad is in the house. Welcome, child. I'm happy for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You said Washington is here. What's up, Washington? Nice to have you. My sister Clone in the house. Clone in the house is here. This is my real sister. We got the same mama, the same daddy. So come on in, y'all. This was an interesting show, so make sure y'all take that poll at the top of the chat. There's a whole lot of chatter. There's a whole lot of chatter about these cease and desist. Why do y'all come on to these shows with all of these dark secrets? Okay, all of these secrets, and you gotta put the cease and desist on the folks. All right, we got the stiff pepper in the house. Okay, what's up, Dyrese? Nice to have you, cuz. I appreciate it. Child, I don't know. Y'all come in here. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What's up, Lulu? Nice to have you, girl. Let me know what y'all think, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Miss Tina Forever, welcome, sister. Nice to have you. Who else we got? Glaze. We also got Gloria. What's up, Gloria from St. Louis? Listen. I am shocked. I am shocked. Y'all know they were trying to get Tambra activated all season, right? Or at least after she laughed at Glenn and Tisha over there in that little closet with Amanda. That's when they said, okay, if you with the shits, you with the shits all the way through. Okay. And then we find out that Shantae's boyfriend is best friends with the juice man who is a client over there at the radio station. What's up, Deshonda? Deshonda is one of my members. You don't see the poll? Hold on. I work hard on this poll. Let me make sure it's up here. Okay, I see it. I'll give you guys the question. The question is, should Tambra be allowed to put a cease and desist on another cast member if she is a contracted TV show personality? The thing is, you know, you're supposed to bring your life, and sometimes you don't get your life out there. So they count on other cast members or even friends of the show to come on and put your business out there. So should that be allowed? Because we see that happening right now on RHOA. And what happens? Because if you're not willing to tell your story, why are you here, right? Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But y'all can feel differently. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Okay. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, is for y'all to tell me. I could be getting this completely wrong. You said Shantae is not a cast member. She is outside noise. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend of the show. We listen to this stuff online, right? Shantae, I think she had an interview the other day, which I didn't get a chance to see yet. I didn't get a chance to see her interview yet, but from what I'm understanding, it was teased like it was going to be some nastiness. And or was that Amanda? I don't know if it was Amanda or Shantae. One of them had an interview on one of these platforms, and they was spilling all kinds of tea. And we listen to this stuff from channel to channel, people dropping other people's tea, whether they're willing to share it or not. So do you telling yourself first, Or do you let somebody else tell on you? The ribs and potato salad is here. Welcome. Thank you, girl. Child, I was hungry. I was hoping them damn ribs showed up. You said TV will bring life out of you. That's true. That's true. I don't know how big Jackson is. I'm assuming not that big, especially if someone you work with or a client of yours is also your husband's or boyfriend's best friend. That's just too close for comfort. And the second that lady showed up on the show, right? It kind of explains a lot of things because we saw how heated West Side Tam got, right? I mean, Timber was ready to go. So I don't know. I don't know. You guys are taking the poll. I'm going to hear what y'all have to say. While y'all are taking this poll, we're going to talk about these damn dresses, okay? Baby, that's Carlos's job. We let Andy Cohen run them hoes all the way through. We don't care how they come on. How about the guy that showed up to say that Dr. Darren was gay? How does that happen? That's some of the nastiest stuff that I saw on TV. Oh, I slept with Dr. Darren. I didn't see nobody protest. I didn't see nobody protest that. Who else? Who else? There was somebody who came on, the cookie lady on Real Housewives of Atlanta, to say that she had an affair with one of those ladies' boyfriends. Or on Housewives of Miami, there was a man who came on, got on his knees. Okay. This was when Alexia was married to one of the husbands that passed away. The guy got on his knees and then pretended like right in front of the guy, pretended like, I think he opened his mouth and said, "Do you remember me now?" Like, is this the position you remember me from? Basically letting everybody know that her husband was on the DL or that was a lavender relationship. Nobody goes off about that. Nobody goes off about that. I just want to remind y'all, we got to be paying attention to everything. The reason why our shows get so much heat is because people don't pay attention to all the things. Okay. Go ahead and vote at the top. Vote at the top. Vote at the top. Tell me what y'all think. Should you be allowed, if you have all these secrets that you don't want on the show, or do you just keep putting cease and desist on people? Okay. Anyway, we're going to talk about the dresses. We're going to talk about the dresses real quick. Okay, let's get them up here. Let's start with this one right here. Let's start with this one right here. This is Latrice, okay? If y'all, I need to know on a scale from 1 to 5. We ain't even gonna go that high. 1 to 5. 1 is the lowest you can go. 5 is actually let's scratch that. Not 1 to 5. You're either going to put a fire emoji if you like it. That way I can only see 2 things. Fire emoji if you like it. If you don't like it, put a tomato emoji. You either like it or you don't. Okay, that way I can judge it real easy. Real easy, real easy. But I will say this. The ladies all had, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. The ladies all had a photo shoot this season. The ladies all had a photo shoot this season. So all of their dresses got to be displayed. That's why we're seeing these beautiful dresses. And I just want to give y'all a little bit of background because I ended up looking up everyone's their sign, their birthday signs. Okay. Listen, Latrice Rogers, born on September 26th. She is a Libra. Y'all know that when God was giving out fashion sense, he poured everything into he poured a whole bunch into the Libras, right? Libras believe that they outdress everybody on the planet. Libras, number one, they're all about balance. Let me say that they're all about balance and fairness. They want everything to go a certain way, unless it has to do with clothing. Okay, then they don't give a damn how unbalanced it is, as long as they come out on top. That's how they feel. Okay, so Latrice came walking out here with this damn, I don't even know how many inches. Is that 30 inches? 30 inches of hair. all the way down her back, child. She come walking out. You see the necklace around her neck. She had a little cutout on the side showing a whole bunch of leg and thigh. Carla said, "Oh my God, are you channeling Cher?" And she said, "Is she iconic? I don't know, bitch. I'm a one and only." But if Cher is iconic, then yes, I'll take the Cher. I'll take the Cher. That was hilarious. Anyway, everybody seemed to be giving her more fire emojis than tomatoes. So it looks like you guys like her look. It looks like you like her look. Clone said that's 45 inches. Okay, a 45-inch bust down, ain't nothing wrong with that. I happen to like her look too. I thought she looked super cute. This picture is fire. Okay, her eye makeup was great. Very simple jewelry, ring. I wish I had another picture from the side, but I don't have that, unfortunately. Either way, I thought she looked amazing. And Latrice does get high off of how she dresses, okay? It's giving a beach night vibe. She gets high off of the way she dressed, period. She loves clothing. She loves it. She loves it. Come on in. I see some people may not like it, but the majority of y'all love Latrice's look. So welcome, Miss Erica. That's Latrice Rogers. Now let's go to the next person. Latrice is a win. Y'all are saying her look is a win. Let's go to the next person, which is Selena. Let me take my name down. Hold on one second. Okay, Miss Selena, child. Miss Selena is a what? She is a November Scorpio. A November Scorpio. Y'all know what November Scorpios are? They like to look good. Yes, everybody likes to look good, but they're not so much trendy as they are timeless, okay? They don't want you to forget them at all. I don't give a damn what you think. When I walk into a room, there could be 1,000 people. I just want you to remember this one. So we see Selena. Selena is giving old school glam, like Veronica Lake, Dorothy Dandridge, right? Lena, is it Lena Horne? Lena Horne. Okay. I see more fire emojis for her. A lot of people love Selena's look. That wavy hair. I thought the hair was great. She looks good to me. Come on in, y'all. Hit the like button, share the video. Grab yourself something off the picnic table. Okay, cool. It looks like all fire emojis. I don't see any tomatoes. You said the makeup could have been a little bit better. Okay, cool. Either way, she made sure that I actually like this look a little more than I like what she did last year. But I thought she was real put together here. I really did. So I'm going to give her a fire emoji too. I agree with y'all. Next up, this person is, okay, hold on. Tambra. Tambra is a Virgo. Okay, is there any Virgos in the house? Correct me if I'm wrong. Listen, Virgos, in my opinion, once they set a standard, they feel like you should know who they are. They're not there to be underestimated or second guessed. Okay, she wants to look cute, sexy, not even cute, baby, take that back, scratch. She wants to look sexy but smart. You know what I'm saying? She don't want you to underestimate her. She don't want you to think she's a trick. She wants to be sexy but smart. Okay, she wants your mouth to drop when you see her, but she don't want to be underestimated. This is what Tambra is giving here. You see it? She's showing a little bit of something, but at the same time, classy, okay? Classy, not assy. That's a Virgo. That's the Virgo for you. Come on in, come on in. Okay, all fire emojis for Tambra. Okay, listen, I was like, I didn't know if Tambra was playing it safe here, but the hair looked good. I thought that Tambra looks really good with a shorter length hair. I love that she went with that bob as opposed to, inches on inches, but she looked good to me. I also like the simplicity of her jewelry, all of that. Oh, it's a fiery tomato. Hey, Belicious. Welcome, sweetheart. You said the hair is nice. Cool. You said the color of the dress. They were all dressed in some variation of gold. So this is why you see the gold here. Virgo in the house. We love the one shoulder. And you are correct, Diana. Okay. I've been doing my damn work. I promise y'all. Wait till y'all hear my descriptions for the Real Housewives of Atlanta girls tomorrow. I had to do a whole bunch of digging, child. I was in shock. I was in shock. What's up, Trinidad and Tobago? You said that you got the salmon and the French fries and avocado. Avocado salad. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. All right. So look, a lot of people love Tambra's look. Everybody's getting really good reviews. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And that is Miss Letitia Pearson. Letitia Pearson is a Cancer, a June Cancer. Let me tell y'all something about a Cancer, okay? Cancers are known for reinventing themselves. If they have a hard season, they don't give a shit. They will come back brand new, okay? They will, pack away that old season, whatever was hard for them. They won't forget it, but they definitely, they enjoy being a new person. They will live 100 lifetimes in God's one journey. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, from the time they figure it out from a kid, we know that Letitia is going through a whole new phase of Letitia. Oh my goodness. Nobody likes this. Woo! Okay. Anyway, let me just finish what I was going to say. She will live 100 lifetimes in her journey. And in this moment, I think that Letitia is trying to express who she is right now. Okay. She's basically saying she's tired of hoes eating off of her and not giving her credit. That is what this dress is giving to me. Okay. Now I made a little joke earlier. I said that looked like the one half of the Thunderbird emblem. I don't know if y'all remember the Thunderbird. The car, the Thunderbird. My uncle used to have a Thunderbird. I think it was my uncle. Anyway, was it my uncle or my dad? I don't remember now. Anyway, it looked like one half of the Thunderbird wing, child, and I was like, no, she ain't. Okay. Anyway, it's giving that she is the queen and she doesn't want anybody to forget it. Okay, queen. What else? What else? What else? That people need to bow down. That she is putting herself first. Okay, that she is the moment. That's what it's giving to me. That's what it's giving to me. What? Is that not the Thunderbird wing? I know what I be talking about, child. I don't be making this shit up. That's the Thunderbird wing, okay? That's one half of it. And y'all remember what the Thunderbird used to be. To them folks, they love that damn car. Okay, you couldn't even touch it. You couldn't put your finger on it. No kids was allowed to drive in the back. Nobody. Okay, that was an ass-getting car for the dudes. You said your brother drove one, and I am right. Gracias. Anyway, I say all that to say this is the season that she's in, and she's gonna have a gazillion more, okay? Because that's just who she is as a Cancer. It might not fit who you are at this moment in time, but it fits who she is at this moment in time, okay? So that's the biggest thing. She is wearing what fits her, what fits the season that she is in. And she's in her Thunderbird season, whether y'all like it or not. Whether you like it or not, okay? There's a whole bunch of people who gave her, what you said, I'm having a hard time finding her style. So you're giving her a tomato and a fire emoji. I'm going to give her a solid fire emoji. I'm going to give her a solid fire emoji because that entire outfit, I mean, the cape, you know what I'm saying? A cape is a big fucking deal. Okay. Even if it's on the shoulders the way it is like this, and that Thunderbird wing, I'm giving it to her. I'm going to let her have it. She gets a fire emoji from me. Okay. But the rest of y'all, a lot of people did not like it. I'm just trying to tell y'all what's up. You said it reminds you of Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element. Oh my God, how I hate you for that clone. That was unnecessary, girl. That was unnecessary. All right, we're on to our next person. Who's up next? Okay, I did my Letitia. All right, let's see. The next person. Let me know what y'all think of Kerri's dress. Fire emoji or tomato. Okay. Now, Miss Kerri is born on November 10th. She is a Scorpio. Okay. She is a Scorpio. This dress is timeless. I told y'all Scorpios, they want to be remembered, very much like Selena. Remember me, bitch. Okay. I might not outdress everybody, but I'm going to be on somebody's mind 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now. That is who she is through and through. She thinks about timeless, classic style. She's also a type A personality. And even though she wants to flaunt it, like, you know, she didn't put much effort into it. That heifer was sitting around with a notepad. She was taking notes. She was writing things down. You know what I'm saying? She was touching fabric. She was doing the whole nine. This took weeks and weeks of planning. There's nothing effortless about this. Okay. That's just what it is. That is a Scorpio. Scorpios like to act like they don't plan, like they don't think about stuff, but they recycle shit in their head over and over and over until they get it right. They're very much like that, okay? And a lot of y'all are giving fire emojis for Kerri's dress. Y'all can see a little peek through there. I'm giving her a fire emoji too. I don't think I've given anyone a tomato. I like all dresses. I like all dresses. You said the hair is a no for you. Now, Kerri's hair, I will say this about Kerri's hair. I don't always think she gets her hair right. And I don't know why. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when she's wearing her natural hair, you'll see it swell up because she'll be out in the heat or whatever. It just doesn't work. Or her eyelash pops off or something. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I think this dress was the bomb.com. And I agree with you. I don't know. I think it was that flip up. It's giving too much. What was that girl's name? Who's the characters in the Scooby-Doo? In the Scooby-Doo cartoons where the hair flipped up. Is it something Drew? I don't know. She's giving one of those characters. I don't know. I don't remember the name now, but she's definitely given one of those characters. And I think that if she didn't have that flip up, I would have thought a little more about it. I think maybe she would have had the waves too, but she can't be. Velma, baby. Thank you, girl. Yes, it's giving me Velma. It's giving me Velma from Scooby-Doo. Velma, Daphne, one of them heifers. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank y'all for being on the same page as me. Um, mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, yes, that was what it was. I don't know if it's that piece of bang that's over the eye, but it's something. That didn't curl all the way over for me. But yes, that's her dress. And then let's see. Last but not least is Marie. Okay. Marie is a damn Pisces, not just any Pisces, baby. Marie is a February Pisces. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, all Pisces believe to their absolute core that they are one of a kind. Okay. If they were in any kind of contest, if Marie was standing side by side with somebody else had on another dress and that other person won, Marie would still leave there feeling like she's the winner. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's how their ego is set up. I'm the fucking winner. Even though she won, even though she won, Marie comes into the door thinking that way. That's just how God made her. She can't do anything about it. Even if she tried, there's nothing she can do. Pisces believe through and through that they are the winner, even when they don't win. Also about a Pisces, they have a whole lot of I wish a motherfucker would in them. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole lot of I wish a mother effer would, okay? And that's just what it is. They're very passionate about being bougie. And this is what this dress is giving me. I am passionate about being bougie. I also wish a motherfucker would. And I'm going to tell you how I got here. It's just not the front of the dress. It's not just the front of the dress, baby. Did you see the back of the damn dress? Did you see the train on the back of the dress? Okay. Now, people don't always like Pisces energy, but this is how God made them. You know what I'm saying? This is how God made them. This is a February Pisces. You said you're a February Pisces, and yes, we do feel like that. We're always the winner, girl. I know, I know. I have learned to appreciate every sign for exactly how God made y'all. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are. And this is how she is. And you don't have to like it, baby, but this is what God said. So it is what it is, okay? Some people are saying it's a little too much. I'm giving this a solid fire emoji. A solid fire emoji. I loved it. I loved it. But anyway, this is what it looked like from the back. The whole train, she came to play with no one. She came to play with no one. But guess what? Even if her dress didn't win, she would have won because that's just how it's set up. I didn't make the rules, child. I didn't make the rules, but check it out. Maria's showing off that she has some body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. She got the short hair, which is that's a very classic hairstyle. All of it was a 10 for me. Anyway, that's all the girls. I didn't get the friends of, unfortunately. I wish I would have got them, but I didn't get their dresses. Anyway, she said, here I am, baby. You're welcome. She's definitely saying you're welcome. She said you're welcome throughout the whole entire thing. That's just how they're made. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, let's get into this episode, this show. Okay, this is the first part of the reunion. You think that was your favorite dress? Yeah, Marie's dress was stunning. All of the ladies are fire emojis for me, but I did think Marie's dress was stunning, and she knew it. She played her dress to a video. Y'all can go over to her IG page and watch it if you'd like. Okay, before I get into it, y'all know I like to tell y'all where y'all can buy my stuff, right? If you're interested. And earlier today, I did a short where I talked a little bit about the show that we're watching today. And I also showed you guys the James Baldwin t-shirt. In case you are interested in getting a James Baldwin t-shirt, here it is, baby. It's absolutely beautiful. There's lots of different colors. Navy blue. Here's one. Let me show y'all this. Black, red, blue, all of the colors. So if you're interested in getting one, there should be like a little shopping icon on the front of your phone. You can tap it and it'll take you where to buy. Okay. Cool. Now we can get into it. This was an excellent season. I was surprised that they, got so involved in the reunion, this first episode, the way they did. Because y'all know sometimes it's a slow rollout, but it opens up with a flashback on the feud between Tisha and Treese. Y'all know they've been faking the funk so good this entire time. I forgot that they actually were feuding. I thought they were big sis, little sis again, but not according to what came out on this goddamn reunion stage. Basically, after Carlos ran the flashback of everything, he looks over at Letitia and he said, girl, you had a tough season with her, but y'all got back on track. How do you feel about your relationship with Treese? And Letitia said, I think everything is good. I think we are square. I couldn't ask for a better place for us to be, right? She just goes on to say that they are in a good place, that they listen to each other. They're taking each other seriously. If they're going to have a problem with each other, they're going to, reach out and contact each other about it before they let it, fester over and be something else. Carlos was like, excellent. How about you, Treese? How do you feel? And that's when Treese said, well, I'm good with where we are right now. But in regards to whether or not I trust her, I don't trust her at all. And I'm never going to trust her again. Letitia has done way too much to me for me to ever trust her again. I was not expecting that. That actually threw me for a loop. I really thought that they would, they would thug it out and just continue to be cool while they were on stage. That's not the case. Treese says that she still has a problem with Letitia reaching out to her ex-employee, not just Josh, but y'all remember Josh, right? He used to be on the show with her. She said not just Josh, but there was also some other employees that Tisha reached out to. She's been dirty. Basically, you have gone behind my back. You've let me know exactly what type of person you are, and I will never trust you again as long as I live. Basically, in this moment, Treese wants Letitia to know that she's never, I don't want you to think that you've played me, right? This is what people are doing when they get into this space. Bitch, don't ever think you got the best of me. Don't ever think that because we laugh and giggle and stuff like that, that you can ever play me like that again. I will never trust you again, is what she's saying. And that's a big deal. That is a big deal. You said she's still holding on to B. She is, because I was actually shocked that she went there. I kind of like them when they are in a better place, and I really thought that they had put their guard down for a half a second. That's not true, though. That's not true. Anyway, Treese goes on to say that she contacted Josh about 2 years ago, but there was somebody else that she had contacted. So basically, she's saying, listen, Letitia has always had it out for me, and even though I let her think that I don't know, I know you've done some dirty shit to me, okay? So Carlos is shocked. He asked Tisha, girl, I wasn't expecting that. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Josh sitting here telling on you. And she said, I'm not giving Josh a fucking thing. I'm not going to entertain this by talking anything about Josh. I'm not defending myself against him, especially when that motherfucker got on another YouTube channel, okay? And basically told all kinds of stuff about her that she called lies. So why is it that the things that he said about Treese is a lie, but the shit he said about me is a fact, right? She said, don't stand on business when there's a hole in the floor, okay? You can't pick and choose when this MFer is telling the truth. And she's not lying about that. I do agree with that. I said, I mean, if Josh is lying on you to get his name out there, to sit on platforms, then he's lying about everybody. He'll say anything about anybody at that point. But he said that. She says that to Treese. Anyway, Carlos ends up asking Treese, he did talk bad about you. He said you used him for a storyline. He was saying things about you and Woodstock and Cliff. So why are you putting so much stock into what he said? Treese doesn't answer that really. She just said, I just know her to be dirty and I'm not going to take it back. Okay. Anyway, after that, Tambra ends up backing Treese, and she said that multiple people, not just Josh, but multiple people have reached out to Treese and told her that that Tisha was contacting her employees. Why Tambra wanted to jump into this, I don't know. Well, I do. It has to do with Shantae. But she basically wanted to put some stank on it. It's not just Josh who said it, it's multiple people. And that's when Selena backs Letitia by saying that she saw the text messages between Tisha and Josh, and she said it was about hair. There was nothing there that indicated there was shady conversations that were being had about Latrice. And then Selena said there's a lot of outside noise that mess up the collective's relationships, and we need to leave these outside noise. We need to leave them outside, right? Anyway, Treese said that Josh was full of shit. She still thinks he's full of shit when it comes to him saying he used her for a storyline, or she used him for a storyline, but everything else she believes. Treese was also asked how she felt about Marie saying that Kerri should have asked Tisha to partner with her on the influencer event instead of Treese, right? And Treese said that's exactly who Marie is. Marie is always going to be a writer for Letitia. I don't even think anything about it anymore. I'm happy with the space that we're in, but I'm not gonna feel any way about her saying that she should have asked Tisha, right? Anyway, doesn't matter. Y'all remember last week when I did the review, I told y'all that Marie was trying to let Kerri know that she needs to play her role. You are new to this group. You ask for way too many favors. You don't show up for taping because you live too far away. Bitch, you're not the queen, okay? If anybody's the queen, she basically said it was going to be Tisha first because this was her idea. She pitched the show. And then she basically says on stage, I'm second. If you want to talk about who influences who, then I'm the second person you need to bow down to. That's how she said it. Because if it wasn't for me putting this show on the map by calling Latrice out for them janky ass bundles that she sells, for those bundles that she sells, this show wouldn't have gotten a second season. But I got it popping. And because of my influence, God thought to put you on the show, right? But God let me influence you to get you on the show, right? So she was out, she was like really talking mad shit, just beating her back, basically. And she wanted Letitia to also say, yeah, you used me to get on the show. Because she, if y'all were paying attention, Carlos King asked her, do you think this? Hey, friend, nice to have you. Carlos said, how do you feel about this, Tisha, about these people coming on the show? They come on and then all of a sudden they treat you like you got leprosy. They don't really want to be your friend for real. They're not including you in any of the good stuff they have going on in their life. You're no longer their bestie. You know what I'm saying? Tisha avoids that question completely. I want to put that out there. And Marie tilts her head to the side and look at Tisha like, girl, you and I have had this conversation like more than a half a dozen times. So this was your time to say what you think and put that raggedy trick in her place. You can tell that that bothered Marie, that Tisha didn't step up. Carlos let it slide, though. He didn't, make her double down on answering the question, because she did not answer it, by the way. Not at all. She said some shit like, people call me all the time. I get 100 DMs a day trying to or asking me to put them on the show, or asking me directly for Carlos King's number. So basically she's letting people know, I'm still the bitch people want to call when they want access, but they do leave me in the dust for everything else. So I don't know. I asked y'all about that before, if y'all thought that Kerri needed to be more loyal, more, I guess kissing of the ass to some degree. And y'all said no. Y'all said no. But Tisha definitely feels away. And I'm going to tell you how I know when we get later into the episode. Right now, she doesn't give anything to Marie, or excuse me, to Kerri. Kerri. Anyway. Now, I will say, Kerri is asked if she used Letitia to get onto the show, and now she doesn't fuck with Letitia, right? She's not as close to Letitia. Kerri's response to that was that Tisha has been pitching her for this show for years. That's number one. She's been pitching me for this show for years. However, what got me on the show was my life, my lifestyle, and my wit. Okay. So in other words, she basically said that she made it on this show because producers wanted her, and she doesn't owe anybody anything, not Marie or Letitia or anybody else. Okay. She's definitely aiming for first chair, and she might get it. She might get it. But she says she doesn't owe anybody a damn thing. And so she's not gonna let Marie or Letitia make her feel bad for being on this show. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you want for the cast to be beholding to people for getting you on the show. I think that it's not going to play well for the audience. We're going to get real tired of it real fast. So I'm okay with her standing on her own here, but we'll see what happens next. Right now, I know that Marie feels away, and I know that Letitia, whether she admits it or not, she also feels away. She's just not saying it. Okay, moving on to the next scene. Let's talk about Selena. This is her wedding. They do a flashback for her, and basically Carlos just says, why didn't Treese and Tamber help you with the wedding, child? You was late on damn near everything. You was lucky to walk down the aisle with a dress. Selena admits to being a little bit of a control freak. She said she didn't want to give everybody those responsibilities. Then she ends up having just a little back and forth with Kerri. She said that Kerri posted her husband, Mike, in his wedding attire when she asked her not to. She does things, I guess, that ruffles people's feathers. Kerri ends up changing the subject and said that she wanted to make Selena a better businesswoman. Anyway, there wasn't anything to discuss here outside of the fact that this opened up a conversation about followers. Kerri says she has 165,000 followers. Y'all know that she is an influencer. She's also said on the show that her influencer money literally carries all of her other businesses. That's exactly what she said on the show. So she makes it seem like she makes millions because her other business is supposed to be worth millions or make millions. But she says that she has a 165,000 follow list. She said none of it is fake. And then Carlos said, is somebody else? Is someone on the panel fake? She ends up pointing out Marie has 600,000 followers and that there's no way in hell Marie should have double of what the rest of the cast has. Even for being on the show, she said there's no reason for it. She believes that some of her followers are fake. Yikes. Anyway, there was a huge back and forth that went on in this scene that got cut out for the audience. We didn't get to see it. What we end up seeing is them in the dressing room because they followed the discussion into the dressing room, right? And Maria's hot as fish grease, okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all some stuff. Maria's hot as fish grease. She is pissed that Kerri would point her out as being fake. She said, I don't fake shit. Nothing in my life is a fake, and I damn sure am not going to fake a follower, okay? She also said, I don't even give a damn about followers. I follow God. So I'm not sure why this heifer would put me out there on Jump Street, and she is cussing and fussing. Now, this scene is edited a bit too, because you hear her over on her side screaming, and then you see Kerri and her mama in their dressing room. And Kerri said, I just made a little quipe. I was just trying to be funny. I didn't realize that I was going to take her off of her perch like this, okay? You said, I believe some are fake after the crying and the carrying on. Well, yeah, it was shocking that it got so involved. But I think what ended up happening, what we didn't get to see, is that when Kerri was on stage, she said, this is something that we saw. So let me take this back. On stage, Kerri said, if you want to know who's got the fake followers, ask the rest of the cast because they are the ones who told me. So Kerri basically said, everybody on the cast talk about this person with the fake followers. That's how it started. Okay, so after she said that you need to ask other people on the cast, if y'all watch, the girls they were like, don't put us in the shit, right? Somewhere along the way, Tamber tries to clear everybody's name, right? She said, it's not the cast that said she had fake followers. It was a blogger named Polo. And that's what started all the nasty shit that went on after that. Because once Marie gets to Letitia's room, she is upset. She's big mad. She's like, how dare you? You are putting out there a trigger for me. And that's when we hear Selena say, it wasn't the cast, it was the blogger. Letitia says, I didn't know that the blogger said that. And she said, that damn blogger was on my head every fucking day. He was telling everything that went on in my life. And then we find out that the blogger unalived a family member of hers. It was her cousin's father. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? Put it in the chat. Is this the same blogger who was putting it out there saying that she was gay, talking about the rest of the cast, talked about her tax issues with her businesses? Is that the same blogger? Because she said this blogger made a name for himself by talking about me. And the reason why my account went up is because he was over there on his platform on IG talking about me. And so people came over to my platform to see who I was, and they would start following me. Anyway, she was tearing up. She was going crazy. That man killed my cousin's dad. While she's saying all of this, she's got this tissue in her hand, and I mean toilet paper tissue. And then you see this look come over Selena's face when she hears that the blogger unalived the cousin's father. She's just like staring at her, like she just gets real solemn, right? It was bad, y'all. Anyway, is that the same blogger, y'all? Not sure. Okay. I don't know if that's the same blogger. I know that there was a blogger that started off in the first seasons that was just putting all kinds of shit about Marie and other people on the cast, but Marie in particular. They were saying all kinds of things about Marie. Marie thought that that blogger knew Treese. That's why Treese and Marie didn't get along. Hell, that's why Letitia and Marie didn't get along, because that blogger was on both of them, but he was really messing with Marie. If y'all remember, if I remember it right, if that's the same guy. Anyway, Kerri and her mama can hear everything that this lady is saying. So Kerri goes sneaking her ass into Letitia's room, and she said, "Oh, I didn't realize it was a trigger for you. And I would have never said that if I would have known it was a trigger for you." Right? And she said, "Hell yeah, it's a trigger for me." So now she's cussing at her. And now Eleanor, Kerri's mama, comes walking in the room, and Eleanor put her hands up like this. You know how people want to, calm you down, but she had to put her hands up like this. You said it's the same guy. Okay, thank you, child. I wanted to make sure. Same guy. That guy was awful, but I didn't realize he unalived someone in their family. Y'all be doing, sometimes people do too much. You got to back down a little bit. Anyway, she comes into that room, child, with her hands up like, "Baby, I'm going to touch you." I'm going to touch you, right? And you can see Marie see her. Marie thought that she was going to console her. You know what I'm saying? Like she had this motherly figure, that somebody's mama in there to give her a hug and, I got you, baby, kind of thing. That's not what happened, child. Kerri's mama put her hands on Marie. She said, "Don't say another word. Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else." Now she's saying this in a motherly way, but she's still saying it, right? And she's short, so Marie had to bend down because she's like, "Let me tell you something." Marie has to bend down, and she hugs Marie. She said, "I love you." She said, "Oh, thank you, thank you. You know what triggers me?" She said, "I know." She went, "Listen, baby," and you would have thought she was whispering, but she was not, because she was in Marie's ear. She said, "Everybody knows you got PTSD." And then she pulled back from Marie to look her in the eye, and she said, "Go get some help." Go get your ass some help. Okay? Every time that girl says something, it can't trigger you like this. And I just want y'all to know, this is what old people do when they are done with your ass. Because by the time this conversation is over, Marie was like, "Well, I'm triggered." She said, "Baby, things trigger me too. Okay? We all get triggered, but you need to get some help." Woo! Now, while she's saying this, when mama comes in, let me start there. When mama comes in, we see Selena grab Kerri like, "We ain't gonna have you and your mama in here. You get your ass up out of here." The way she took Kerri out that room, yes. Let me see if I can find the photo. The way she took Kerri out that room was hilarious. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Is this it? No, this is Glenn. When Kerri's mama walked out the room, y'all, Glenn was fit to be tied. Let me show y'all his face. He had his eyebrows raised up like, what the just went on? I said, I know that's right. That mama said, I don't give a damn when I hear my daughter's name called and y'all are screaming loud like that. Mama is coming. Okay. I'm going to give her some solid advice, but she better not raise her damn voice to my daughter like that again. That was, I said, Marie, you know that was shade. And I told y'all, a Pisces have strong, I wish a mother effer would energy. And I was like, Marie, please don't go after this woman's mama. Marie held her tongue though, but she didn't want to. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. And she might not get that opportunity. She might cuss her ass out later, but right then and there, she was able to walk away. Hold on, this might be it. I don't know where all my pictures be going, child. Okay. Here's the picture of Marie when she had to bend down. When she had to bend down, and that lady said to her, we all know you have PTSD, and she was making it seem like she was whispering, but she wasn't. She was not whispering. She said that shit loud as hell. And then she pulled up off of her and said, get some help. Yo ass get some help today. Okay. That was hilarious, y'all. And this is Selena pushing Kerri out the room. You see the smile on Kerri's face? Kerri knew her mama was about to get in Marie's ass. And Selena had her head tilted up because she was trying to stay. She pushed her out of there. She pushed her out of there. Okay, that was funny, y'all. I kid you not. I was sitting there like, oh my God, oh my God. But yes, she said, girl, when Eleanor was ushering, because they at that point, everybody was ushering Marie out of there. Everybody was. Letitia said, baby, go get something to eat. Get yourself something to drink, okay, Marie? Because she was like, girl, get out of here before you flip out. Because I know the energy changed. I know the energy changed when that mama told Marie that the energy changed straight up. Anyway, after that, Marie leaves. And that is when the mama said, I'm sorry, y'all, but when it comes to my daughter and I hear loud talking like that, calling her name loud like that, mama's coming. Mama's going to take care of business. And then she walked out the room. And that's when Glenn and Letitia was like, my God, today, child, what did we just witness? Tisha said, what the fuck just happened? Eleanor happened. That's what. I don't know Eleanor's sign, but baby, she was messing with the wrong one. I don't know if you want to get cussed out by a Pisces. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. You said also that girl. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, now that is done, but y'all know this is going to be revisited next season. A cease and desist doesn't protect anyone from the truth. That's true. You got to prove that someone's lying about you. But I'm just curious if you're trying to stop people from talking. We'll get there, but thank you. Go ahead and vote on the poll, girlfriend. Okay, so let's get to the rest of the rest of this review. Hold on. Let me put my picture back up here. Why does Glenn and Tisha want to stay on my screen, child? Goodbye. Okay. So anyway, now they are back out on the stage, okay? They're back out on the stage. Marie got some food and some alcohol in her, hopefully. So her nerves are a little bit calmer, but she's ready for anything that Kerri has coming for her, okay? Anyway, it's West Side Tam's turn. Y'all know West Side Tam didn't have that huge of a season, in my opinion. The biggest thing that she had going on is, if you want to know about a Taurus energy, y'all come and listen to my review for tomorrow, okay? For Real Housewives of Atlanta. When I tell y'all I have been working on their profile all day yesterday. You are going to love what I have to say about the girls of RHOA. So watch that tomorrow, because I'm going to talk about their dresses and their personality, what God gave to them based on their signs, okay? Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right, so they're all back on the stage. West Side Tam, they got to talk about her. Y'all know Tam. She had some heavy parts of her season. We know that her dad, someone found her dad, and turns out they thought he had a stroke, but they can't confirm it. What they do know is that he has dementia. That is a given. That was proven, right? That was confirmed. So she talks a little bit about her dad. She talked about London Simone. They bring London Simone out with her beautiful gown. London Simone had on a gown, baby. Okay. London Simone had a gown. She's very much a daddy's girl. Demond is also backstage. So he shows up for the reunion. He had brought the baby out. You hear the most important part to me of her flashback was somebody saying, do you want to be a Belle or nah? Because if not, there is some girls that's auditioning right now. And the girls that's auditioning is Shantae and Amanda. Okay? Shantae and Amanda was auditioning all season to take Tambra's spot, period. That's on fact. So after they get finished with that little rollout, now we hear Carlos King say, let's bring out Miss Outside Noise herself, and that is Shantae. He actually called Shantae and Amanda to the stage. And those two talk a little bit about being called outside noise. What's the difference between the two? And Tree said that Amanda is her friend. She is not outside noise. She didn't go after everybody the way Shantae went after everybody. She was in everybody's business, and she's really Letitia's mouthpiece. And Letitia flipped out and said she don't need anybody to say shit for her. Mouthpiece her ass, right? So she's cussing and a fussing. Don't put that on her, because if I have something to say, I'll say it to your face, okay? Anyway, we also find out from Shantae, she said, baby, y'all saw that my season was cut short, right? Y'all saw I was on the show. Everything I said about Glenn sliding into my DMs was true. She said every single word. However, because Letitia didn't like it, she went to production and told her she doesn't feel safe around me and got my ass kicked up off the show. Now, I remember she interviewed and she said something like she didn't want to be on the show, but on stage, you know, that's not for her. She doesn't want to be on the show anymore. But on stage, she said that Letitia said she can't film anymore. She pulled rank. This is my shit. The only reason why you are on here is because of me. And she told her that right there on set. The only reason why your ass is here is because this is my shit. This is my show. I brought everybody here. This is a collective. We didn't invite your ass. That's number one. Number two, if you was a real bitch, you would have come to me in person, not while the cameras were rolling, to tell me something about my husband that was dirty, that was doggish. So me going to production and saying, I didn't want you fucking here. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Don't be upset about that. What you did was actually dirty and doggish, not me. Anyway, Amanda said that just happens to be how the cookie crumbled. That revelation coming out on television, that just happened to be how it was played out, boo. Okay? Don't get mad, get glad. She also told Letitia that she was never going to block God's blessing. So if production wants her on this show, she'll be here. She threatens Letitia in this moment. You're not blocking any blessing from me. If I'm supposed to be on this show, I'll be on this motherfucker. You're not going to stop a thing. Wow. I don't know if y'all heard that. I was like, oh my God. I think that Tisha probably wanted to reach down and slap the shit out of her. But while she's doing that, you know, Treese got that nervous smile that she has. I don't know. Amanda, you might be pushing your luck, girl. I don't know. How did y'all feel about Amanda saying that? Y'all tell me. If somebody comes onto a show, reveals this big thing about how They were flirting with your husband. Because even though she said, I don't deal with married men, you were dealing with him. You know how to not deal with a married man if he's flirting with you? You block him. You block them. You don't let them send you messages. I don't know what's wrong with y'all new girls. I don't know what's wrong with the new girls. Y'all don't have to let these people say things and do things. When he walked by and he tried to grab your hand and hold it, you call that motherfucker out right then and there. Get your hands off of me. Okay, where's your ring finger? What are you doing? That's when you handle business. Everybody wants to take a page out of the that old school bullshit where y'all want to film stuff and put the messages on the screen. You was talking back. You said she speaks too much. If he's talking to you and you speak back, you are very much participating in a married man's shenanigans. You're a part of it. That's the only way it can happen. Otherwise, you would have absolutely, in that moment in time when he sent you some shit, you would have tagged Letitia on that response. Okay, let me get Letitia in here. Let's make this a group chat. Girl, bye. Amanda, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay. Anyway, after all of that, Carlos said, who do you think wasn't pulling their weight this season to Shantae? Like, Shantae, who do you have the biggest problem with? She said, my biggest problem is Tambra and Latrice, who also tried to squeeze me up out of this group. And we saw that during the season. They also tried to squeeze me up out of this group. However, I'm going to take up for my friend. Glenn has never pushed up on me. That's a story y'all fucking made up to make me look bad, but that never happened. That's number one. Number two, she said those two need to be held accountable for laughing behind Tisha's back about her marriage. Y'all were sitting up there, and we all remember this. Amanda shows them the messages that Glenn was sending her, and Tambra and Latrice were laughing at it. They were laughing at it. They felt some kind of way, and it gets brought up here in this scene. Shantae said, I didn't respect it. I don't like it. If anything, you two both need to be held accountable for how you handled that situation. Cool. Y'all remember the episode? We didn't even get this level of confrontation with the last reunion, because that's when that actually went down. If I'm not mistaken, that's when that went down, and we didn't get that part of the reunion. They're bringing it up here. They brought these ladies on stage to discuss it here. But Shantae said, I don't give a shit what they think. I'm always going to have my friends back. Y'all make up shit. Y'all were the ones who weren't friends, a true friend to Letitia. And bottom line is, you're sitting in these seats because of her. This is something that Shantae is also expressing as well, right? Anyway, Shantae also says, and let me tell you something else. She said, Tambra and Damon aren't really a couple. At least they weren't when she was sleeping with the juice man. And I know this for a fact. And Carlos said, how do you know? How do you know? She said, I got the tape. He said, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to see them. Okay. So she got that video out on her phone, baby. And she handed it to Carlos. And I'm going to tell you what type of motherfucker Carlos is. Carlos stood up, went down to where Tambra was sitting, put his ass on that armchair that Tambra was sitting in, put it on the armrest, push play. And he said, if I'm going to watch it, you're going to watch it too. You're going to watch it too, because I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair. I hollered when he did that. I mean, that girl couldn't have cowered and shrunk in her seat if she wanted to. He said, bitch, you're going to sit up. You're going to watch what I'm watching at the same fucking time. You're going to hear what I hear at the same time. I'm not playing this game with you. And then they end up listening to the audio. Girl, it looks like Shantae did a sneaky ass video where she goes into this man's juice bar and she's filming, and you can see that the camera is going up and down. You can tell when someone doesn't know that they're being filmed. So the camera is going up and down like this because she's showing his face and then putting it back down. Now, on top of that, let me also say this. After this entire season was about how we shouldn't talk behind each other's back. If you're the collective, don't talk behind each other's back. Say what you have to say up front. We also, or say to each other in their face, we also find out that Shantae came into Marie's office with her, with Essie, her business partner, and she already saw the video. She had already saw the video. So she said, yeah, I saw it. And he said something like, Tambra knows what it is. Tambra knows what it is. Like they are bumping uglies. They are getting it on. All of this is being said with Damond and her child in a green room in the back. So he should be listening to this. Okay. I just want to point that out there. So when I tell y'all, I was like, oh my God. Anyway, he plays the video. Carlos plays the video, and you hear him say, basically, I wonder where that information came from. I wonder where the information came from that she and I was a couple, that we were sleeping together. And then I realized there was only one person who could have said it. And he must have done it while he was pillow talking. Now, I told y'all Shantae's boyfriend is friends with the juice man. So she basically said, my boyfriend heard it directly from your fucking mouth. And now he's confirming it by saying the only person who would have told it is your man during pillow talking, right? But we don't actually hear the words, I slept with Tambra. Her relationship with Damond is fake. I'm London Simone's daddy. Whatever it is that is supposed to be the big reveal, that's not said there. You just get that little piece, right? So Carlos plays it for a little bit too long because it doesn't say directly what it is. And then he turns it off, goes back to his seat, and he says basically that the audio is bullshit. He said, girl, he didn't say anything that we can hold anybody's feet to the fire for, right? There was no big reveal in this. What do you want us to take from this, Shantae? Also embarrassing, because if you thought you brought some fire hot receipts and the host of the show says, bitch, this video is receiptless. I'm not going to, guess at anything, interpret anything from this. If he didn't say it directly, it means nothing to me. So here's your phone back, right? Oh my God, come on in. Come on in, take the poll at the top of the chat. You should see it pinned somewhere, I think. If it's not pinned, let me pin it. Let me pin it. Oh, it doesn't give us an opportunity to pin that. You said the juice men and Damond look alike. They definitely do. They definitely do. But he hands that phone back, right? Anyway, when he asked her, what did you want me to take from this, bitch? Because this isn't a receipt. I don't know what it is, but it's not a receipt, okay? She tries to explain it a little bit more, and he was just like, right? Anyway, Shantae reveals that she's received a cease and desist. A cease and desist from Tambra. And Carlos looks at Tambra. He goes, for what? Why would you send her a cease and desist? And she said, because my lawyer told me that the first step into filing a lawsuit is to send a cease and desist, because you shouldn't have said that shit over my relationship, and you especially shouldn't have said it over my child. And she said, what did I say over your child? She said, you basically said that he just had a baby with me because we're friends. And London Simone was planned. Okay, I don't ever want her to think that. I don't ever want her to hear that. She was playing, bitch. Not like your accidental oopsie ass kids. Anyway, She says that Shantae says, well, bitch, I went to my lawyer too. And my lawyer said, this is shit that you can just print on paper. It's a dime a dozen. It ain't worth shit. And that if you wanted to sue, if I wanted to say it again, that you sleeping with the juice man, all I have to do is say allegedly, and that will clear me. Okay? Because that piece of paper is worthless. That's what Shantae says her lawyer told her. And then she went on to say, but if you want to take me to court, heifer, you can, because I promise you, there is 4 witnesses willing to testify on my behalf that you are sleeping with the juice man and that your relationship with Damon is fakety fake, fraudity fraud, phonity phony. Okay? All the things. And that's when Carlos was gagged for real this time, because he's like, oh, yeah, shit. And then you see Tamra take that damn phone out. She started hitting them buttons. And Carlos said, Tamra, are you calling your lawyer? It's the juice man. Tamra called the juice man, and she said, just like you put your ass on my armrest, you came and walked over here on my armrest. Tamra said, I'm about to sit my ass on your armrest. She walked over to Carlos King. She said, let's get this cleared up right now, when she got the juice man on the phone. And she sat down on his armrest and she handed him the phone. And she said, ask whatever the fuck you want, because you're not going to be playing that kind of game on my top. Okay? And that is how it ends. That was the cliffhanger. Y'all think the juice man is going to set Tamra up? Oh my goodness, that was awful. You said Tamra is on it. Let the courts decide. Okay, y'all. I asked y'all to take the poll at the top of the chat, or somewhere in the chat. Somewhere in the chat, there is a poll. And almost 100 of y'all voted. So some of y'all see it, some of y'all don't. But if you would like to put your answer in the comment section, if you're watching the replay, feel free. I asked y'all, should Tamra be allowed to put a cease and desist on another cast member if she is contracted to tell her life for television? And 61% of y'all said yes, it's her life, so she should be able to, while 39% of y'all said no, she should not be able to put a cease and desist on anyone. But if she wants to keep her secret, she should quit the show. Quit the show. Okay? So 39% of y'all said she should quit the show. Don't put a cease and desist on anyone. While over 60% of y'all said that it's her life and she gets to do what she wants to when it comes to it. So that was it. Anyways, that was fun. That was a fun reunion. From the time Marie went to the back to talk to her good friend Letitia, it was gem after gem, revelation after revelation. There was so much stuff that happened. I loved it. I loved it. I hope that I gave this review the justification it deserved, that it's just that it deserved. Okay. Let me see what else y'all had to see. You said Shantae ain't backing down from the allegation either. She's not. When she said that she got 4 witnesses willing to stand up in court to back it, I said, baby, if the juice man isn't one of those witnesses, then you're in trouble, which is why I'm like, is the juice man going to stand on business and tell the truth? That's all I want, is the truth. Because Damon looks like he lifts weights. Damon looks like he lifts weights, and what's happening right now could interfere with her job at the radio station. So anyways, that was great. Thank you, Miss Tina. I appreciate y'all. This was an excellent reunion. Excellent reunion. Loved it, loved it, loved it. But yes, y'all. Let's see. Anything else? I think that's it. I think that's it. I want to thank you to all the members who came and joined the live. Also, thank you to my moderators for helping out today. I really appreciate y'all. Always, 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 always. What else? What else? What else? Keep hitting the like button, sharing the video. Come back and hype me up, baby, so that my video can reach other people. We can all have fun and grow our family over here on this channel. Become a subscriber if you are not already. Follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of my cousins for coming through and rocking with me, bringing delicious food, bringing good vibes, everything, everything. Y'all look good, y'all smell good, y'all bring good vibes, and this is always fun for me. We always have a good time. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Y'all are my family. Don't forget that. Until the next one, bye-bye, guys.